On March 27, 1977, a series of unfortunate events at Los Rodeos Airport on Tenerife led to the deadliest aviation disaster in history. Two Boeing 747s, KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736 collided, claiming 583 lives. This tragedy led to significant improvements in air safety regulations. The day began with a bomb threat at Gran Canaria Airport, forcing flights to divert to Los Rodeos. The tarmac became congested, reducing visibility and maneuvering space. A dense fog descended, reducing visibility to a few hundred feet. This weather event complicated communication and coordination. The stage was set for disaster. Both KLM 4805 and Pan Am 1736 were cleared for takeoff, but confusion arose over their positions and the intended taxiing route. The dense fog made it impossible for the pilots to see each other or have a clear view of the runway. Miscommunication between the KLM crew and air traffic control exacerbated the situation. The KLM captain, under the mistaken belief that he had received clearance to take off, began his takeoff roll. Pan Am 1736, still taxiing, was suddenly confronted with the sight of the KLM 747 barreling towards them. The KLM pilots desperately attempted to lift their aircraft, but it was too late. The KLM 747's undercarriage and engine slammed into the upper deck of the Pan Am 747, igniting a massive fire. The impact was devastating. All 248 passengers and crew aboard KLM 4805 perished. The Pan Am 747, though severely damaged, came to a halt further down the runway. Miraculously, 61 passengers and crew members survived the initial impact and the ensuing fire, escaping through holes torn in the fuselage. The scale of the disaster was unprecedented. With 583 fatalities, the Tenerife Airport Disaster surpassed the previous deadliest aviation accident, the 1974 Turkish Airlines Flight 981 crash, which claimed 346 lives. The tragedy left a scar on the aviation industry, prompting a thorough investigation and a global call for enhanced safety measures. Section 4. A cascade of errors. The investigation into the Tenerife Airport disaster revealed a chain of errors and contributing factors that led to the collision. Miscommunication played a crucial role, with language barriers and unclear phraseology between the KLM crew and air traffic control contributing to the confusion. The dense fog severely limited visibility, making it impossible for the pilots to see each other or accurately gauge their positions on the runway. Airport congestion further compounded the situation, with the influx of diverted flights overwhelming the capacity of Los Rodeos. The limited taxiway space and the positioning of the aircraft created a chaotic environment, increasing the risk of misjudgment and error. The investigation also highlighted the issue of human error, with both pilots and air traffic controllers making critical mistakes in judgment and decision-making. Section 5. Transforming tragedy into safety. The Tenerife Airport disaster served as a tragic wake-up call for the aviation industry. In the aftermath of the crash, significant changes were implemented to improve safety protocols and prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. One of the most important changes was the standardization of phraseology in aviation communication. The International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICO, introduced standardized terms and phrases to eliminate ambiguity and reduce the risk of misinterpretation, particularly in high-stress situations. Technological advancements also played a significant role in enhancing aviation safety. Ground radar systems were improved to provide better tracking of aircraft on the ground, even in low visibility conditions. The development and implementation of traffic collision avoidance systems, or TCAS, provided pilots with an additional layer of protection by alerting them to potential collisions and providing guidance on evasive maneuvers. Section 6. Never again. The Tenerife Airport disaster stands as a stark reminder of the importance of clear communication, rigorous safety protocols, and a constant focus on risk mitigation in aviation. The legacy of this tragedy lives on in the countless lives saved by the improvements made in the wake of the disaster. The aviation industry learned a painful but invaluable lesson that day. The pursuit of safety is an ongoing process, requiring constant vigilance, adaptation, and a willingness to learn from past mistakes. By remembering the victims of the Tenerife Airport disaster and honoring their memory through unwavering commitment to safety, we strive to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again.